I totally forgot you. Thought that was metal. That looks like metal, right? That entire running sequence that you just saw was shot completely on this camera. I had my phone in my right hand and I had this camera in my left hand, ran like that. And recently I've been getting asked what camera I use to run and if this is a good camera for that. And short answer, yes. But what camera is actually better? Is this camera better for running or is your iPhone good enough? I think comparing these two cameras, it's a little difficult and a little more nuanced than just, it's not as black and white as you would think. For example, this camera does what it does incredibly well. It's small, I could literally fit it in the palm of my hand, and it magnetizes to anything that's magnetic. My phone is a little more dynamic because of these three lenses. With this, you get a wide lens, a zoom lens, and then a normal like 24mm lens. And on top of that, this I'm always gonna have because I'm always gonna be listening to something while I run, call somebody or whatever. When I take this is specifically for like filming stuff. And because I always have this camera and the three lenses, it's just a little more dynamic. This is going to be the camera that I choose most of the time. I still bring this on my runs for two reasons. The first reason is if I need to attach this to something and run past in frame or something like that, I'd rather stick this somewhere than leave my phone. That way it doesn't interrupt my workout, it doesn't interrupt whatever I'm listening to, and this just operates by itself. And the second reason kind of goes along with what I just said. This operates solely independent from my phone. I don't have to airdrop anything. I literally, the only thing that this does is capture footage. And I could get into what image is better. Technically, I think these cameras are a lot better than the Insta360, but I'm not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about pure convenience, and out of convenience, most of the time I opt out just for my phone. Unless I plan on having stationary, like I'm running through frame shots, then I'm gonna bring this. And I don't run with this. I just run with the actual camera itself. The module would be nice, but that it kind of defeats the whole purpose of this. So. It'll be insurance4ppa.com. Okay. We're calling the insurance company for the lens. Yeah, insurance4ppa. For a claim, yeah, there's an option for. The insurance, basically, we're gonna have to pay. It's either a $50 repair fee, or if they have to replace the entire lens, it's gonna be a $350 deductible, which is way better considering that lens is like $2,000 brand new. You know, one thing that I really do enjoy, I've said this before, but one thing that I really, really enjoy about living in like a populated, the amount of places that you can walk are pretty much endless. Vanna wanted to go for a walk, and we decided to try walking somewhere new. We've never been over here, and some random half-open, half-closed new apartment complex. They're still building. Also, you're sitting on a box fan that's doubling as a doorstop. You know, I'm a firm believer that whatever you want to do, the key to being successful at that and the key to being consistent in that is to make it as easy and as practical as you possibly can. If you want to get better at running, set aside a specific time that you know that you're going to be free every day or every other day or however frequently you want to run, and dedicate that time, schedule that time to running. Have your running shoes and all of your running gear in the same exact place, whether it be a closet or somewhere else. That way, on the days that you don't feel like running, you can just grab your stuff, put it on, and just don't even give a second thought to it. The same thing can be said about video cameras. When I'm making videos, a lot of times this thing is good enough and a lot easier to bring around than this big camera or my tiny little Insta360 camera. I try to shoot for the best quality possible, which a lot of times is this, and I am carrying this around a lot of the time, but sometimes I can't do that, or I don't want to for a convenience sake, but I almost always have my cell phone on me, which has pretty good cameras. And maybe you don't want to carry around something big like this camera right here, but you carrying around your cell phone is a little more practical. You can make videos on this that still do great and still look great and still sound great. Everything you need can be done with your cell phone. I was actually at a wedding last week, the one I dropped my lens at, and a little kid, like he had to be like 14 or something like that, came up to me and asked, what is one tip to be a photographer or videographer? And I asked him, does he have a camera? And he said no. But then I asked him, do you have a cell phone? And he said, yes, he has an iPhone. And I said, start making videos or photos or whatever with your phone. You can learn a lot, and this tool is perfectly adequate to start. The point is, if this seems like a more practical way for you to make videos, then take this around. Don't think that you have to have a big camera or anything else to make videos. Do whatever is easiest for you and the most practical, and most importantly, the most sustainable, and go with that.